Hello, Internet. This is JWCP Game Activity, a podcast hosted by Jonathan Peters and Wyette Conrad to cover the vast topics of video games. I'm your host, Jonathan Peters. We have your co-host right here, Wyette Conrad, in the studio. Say hey, buddy.
Hello.
And Wyette, this is our, third podcast? Time's going by crazy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. It's so weird to when you don't have a schedule for a week, the time just goes by so slow. But when you have something planned for Friday and it's Monday, you wake up, it's Friday. It's crazy to think how fast we've been going. I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited for this game activity we're going to tell you today because we have a lot of news to tell you. Why? You want to tell your first topic or I can go first? It doesn't matter to me.
I think you should talk about Cyberpunk first.
Cyberpunk, that was one of my topics. All right, so Cyberpunk news, it just came out. And it's got a lot of bugs in everything. Every version of it's got a lot of bugs. So let's talk about it. So Cyberpunk doesn't work on anything, really. I mean, consoles, old gen consoles, PS4, Xbox One, they don't work for crap on that. Why is that? Why do you think? I understand that it's older technology, the PS4, the base PS4, the original. I understand how it maybe couldn't run Cyberpunk, but it's kind of ancient. It came out 8 years ago, right? 6, 7, 8 years ago.
I think so.
Well, it came out in 2014, right?
Right. Yeah, I think so.
So about 8 years ago, yeah. So I can understand how the technology, and it's a little ancient to run something that was meant to be run on a 3090 for NVIDIA. You know what I mean? I can understand, but I feel like they should have just worked on the optimization for the older consoles because most people don't have a PS5 to play it on, and that's what it was meant to be played for. So, what's your thoughts on it? What's rattling around in your head?
Well, what really happened was they released it too early, in my opinion. They should have kept working on it, but everybody wanted it to be out. So they listened to their fans, they released it, and it was just kind of a piece of junk because it didn't work. The bugs were happening frequently, and the gameplay wasn't all that good. They should have took more time, put more effort, not listen to people who wanted to hurry the project up, because everything that is taken slow and thought about turns out better.
Yeah, if you go about it with a methodical thought process, you fix every bug as you see it. And I feel like a lot of the consumers pressed on Cyberpunk's. I think Cyberpunk got pressed on hard enough to just get released. The consumers wanted it so bad that they just kind of eventually released it, and because of that, there are so many bugs. Now, I'm not saying that hey, it's the consumer's fault because we didn't have any part in making the game, but there's a lot of things they went wrong about Cyberpunk. They hyped it so hard. It was like the second coming of Jesus, basically. It was ridiculous of how much they hyped it. Instead of hyping the game so much, maybe just let the game do the talking for itself, because it looks bad on a company when when they make really quick, for example, to touch on my next topic, GTA 5, they just released the new DLC on the new island. You can only explore that island when you're on a multi-million-dollar mission. That's just more money that the consumer has to spend. But that's how they dropped the ball for Rockstar. And now Cyberpunk's creators, they did that too. They just completely dropped the ball with it. It was supposed to be this epic game that was groundbreaking. It was like the second coming of Jesus, basically. And they just dropped the ball. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. I've never played it personally, but I've seen so much game footage and play of it. But, it's basically unplayable on the PS4. Any version of it. It is unplayable. It is just not meant for it.
Honestly, it's getting out of control how many people want these games to be out sooner, and they can't wait. They can't be patient and wait for a good product. They want it out right now. So the developers listen to them and they're like, oh, just release something that doesn't work. It happens with a bunch of other games. It's probably going to happen with a lot of future games as well. And I really don't want to see that happen, but more than likely it will happen.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's one of those unfortunate things that everyone was super excited for, then they just kind of dropped the ball. I really wish they didn't overhype it so much they did. I was excited to get Cyberpunk, and then they released it, and I wanted to wait because maybe Christmas is coming up, they might have a little sale on it, and then they just then I read that there are so many bugs with it. It's just it's ridiculous of how many bugs that came with the game. Like I know people like if they would have tested the Cyberpunk on one PS4 console, any knowledgeable person ever that exists in this day would know, hey, we can't release it on PS4. You know, instead of making the people waste their money, I think it was a downright scam. You know, and I understand that the developers came out and said, hey, if you're not happy with the game right now and all the bugs and don't want to wait for the updates, you can completely get a refund. You know, you just have to do it by December 21st. I understand that they did that, but like now people have to waste their time going through the extra steps just to refund it. And like if people who bought it in person, like at a Walmart or something, what happens if they don't they don't take it? You know, then they have to email Cyberpunk's creators at the refund me at cyberpunk.com, I think is the email off the top of my head. You know, the people have to go through this long process that shouldn't have even been a thing. You know, it's ridiculous that they just released it like that. And like the PlayStation 4, you can't even play it. It's ridiculous of how much you can't play it. Moving on to a next topic though, because we got a lot to cover here.
I want to touch on the compare it to No Man's Sky. You remember that? I just want.
I've never played it.
Well, it's what the developers did with the game. I want to touch on that just real quick.
Always talking your mic.
Just real quick. Well, I was talking to you.
I know, but next topic, boy.
All right, next topic. Should we touch on the GTA update?
Yeah, let's touch on the GTA 5 update.
Let's go. All right, biggest disappointment right before Christmas break, GTA 5 update. What's it called, John? I kind of forget.
I don't know. Honestly, I really don't. I should know that.
Some kind of new heist. Who knows? But it was a big disappointment. I got on my PS4. I was hyped. I was ready to play this. And then I hear that the island is not going to be in free mode. Are you kidding me? It's not going to be in free mode? That was what I was going to go there with my friends, mess around, kill some cartel people. I don't know. Do whatever. But no, they had to let us down. Once again, Rockstar has a history of letting us down.
It's so true though. It's so true. Like the PS3 had three GTA games. The GTA 5 has had 3 consoles for PS. Like, what do they do? Like Rockstar, what are you doing? Can you just help us out? And the community, like, you know, usually the community gets blown up over small things. You know, like if a gun doesn't work right or if the car isn't fast enough. The community is rightfully angry about this problem because we've been stuck with the same map for however long GTA has been released for, like what, 12? No, not 12 years. It was like halfway through the PS3's existence. So it in the, you know, maybe 12, 8, 10 years. I think let's go 10 years. We've had the same map for 10 years, you know, like, and GTA Online isn't going to fix that problem. Like, yeah, you added a casino, you added a game arcade, you added a bunch of new missions, you added a penthouse. I get all of that. But the fact that we are still stuck with the same concept of the same game, of the same map, on the same characters for 10 years straight is ridiculous. We need new content, and that island was the new... They built a whole new island that you cannot get to unless you do the multi-million-dollar missions, you know, that are going to cost you probably $100 because who wants to waste their time playing the game? Like that's a dumb concept. I'm wasting my time playing a game. I think people who rather just buy shark cards, you know, like spend $100, get $100 million or whatever that price range is to just do the new mission. I think that's a horrible concept. Like, and Rockstar knew they were doing that too. They knew that to start this mission, you had to spend multi-million dollars, you know, like in-game currency. Let me clear that up. In-game currency. Rockstar knew what they were doing with that. I think it's crap that I can't take my car to the airstrip and just drag race my friends. That's like GTA 5 does not have to be played the way the developers intended it to be played, and they just completely overbogged it. I mean, they hyped it up and then they released it, and you couldn't like go on the new island in GTA Online without doing a mission. That's just crap.
It's ridiculous. Like all Rockstar, all GTA 5, all it's centered around is money. Money, money, money. GTA Online, all about money. They want you to buy their shark cards, support their business, and it's bullcrap. It just makes for a horrible game design because It's not centered around gameplay. It's not centered around having fun with your friends. They want their money. They want to milk it as much as they can until they have to release GTA 6 because this community is dying. I am telling you, it is dying. It is not going to last another 5 years. I will give you that.
No, I really don't think it will. And it's not just the developers. The people who play it too are kind of toxic. But that's the people. You know, I mean, they're toxic about other reasons. But you know, I wouldn't call someone a mean name. A mean name. I wouldn't call someone a mean name because a developer didn't release a mean name.
I'm not gonna be a meanie.
No, I'm not gonna be a meanie. No, I'm not gonna do that because the developers don't release a new game. Everything about this experience so far has been just a complete sleigh ride. It's like so unfun now. Like I remember when it first came out on the PS3 and they had the atlas for the map and it looked so ugly. And then you get the new the PS4 game comes out for it and they change the map. They redo first person mode completely because of the pad, but they basically remade the game at that point. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that they just dropped the ball that hard.
The best thing they could do right now is they could listen to the community, put in what the community wants, because that's how you keep a game alive. You listen to the community, do what they want, pretty much. When people say that there's overpowered stuff and there's these suppressor Mach 2 and all this just bullcrap, it's not something that people want. It's they want it out of there. They want stuff that they actually want and can have fun and not rage all the time.
Exactly. Like I understand. I barely understand from a developer standpoint and view that of why they wouldn't make that, the island. I barely understand why they wouldn't make that accessible to the normal person. Because like maybe, GTA 5 servers are always pumped full of people, and just to get on that island, I'm sure they'd have to make a new server just to get on that island, to render that in. I'm sure it would be taxing on the game. But it's like for a multi-million-dollar company that they are, that should be no problem at all. Like if they are going to listen to us at any point in the world, this would be the time now. This is the big point of like, hey, they gave us something brand new, a new island, something crazy to explore. And if they don't let us actually explore that without doing the missions and being able to fail it, like I just don't think it's a good idea. It's a horrible idea of what they've done.
I honestly think they haven't had a good idea for a while. They just add stuff that people don't want. They never asked for. They add the submarine. Hey, it's cool. But if you want everything in that submarine, you're paying maybe 10 mil. Maybe 10
maybe
mil.
If you're lucky, and 10 mil, it was like $100 in real life?
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe it's 100 mil. Either way, you're going to spend real life money because I don't think people would have the time just to sit down and grind away games. Like the penthouse is like 20 million, submarine 10, yacht. The yacht was the biggest disappointment. You can literally do nothing on the yacht. If anyone buys a yacht and still owns it, I feel bad for them because that was such a bad purchase and they've realized that they'll never use the yacht, Like GTA 5 as online has just been a money scheme the whole time and they just keep milking it. Honestly, if you want to have some real fun, if you really want to have fun, I'm going to say this and it's going to get people mad. You got to get a PC. You got to go on 5M. You got to do that. You got to get a PC. You got to go on 5M. And you have access to everything. The new island, you can explore it. Like, there is so much possibility in 5M with GTA 5 that I think that's the go-to now. And I think most of the community knows that. But PCs are expensive in general.
Well, we have a PC Master Race person, sitting over here. It might be the host of the show. It might not.
I might have something to do with that. I just don't know.
He might want to plug his own, experiences with PC.
Maybe PC Master Race consoles. Anyways, we have more topics to cover, and we got to get the show on the road. So, Wyatt, Dream.
Oh, God.
Minecraft. I know. I said the name. You said, oh, God. When I say Dream, I'm thinking big success. I'm thinking Minecraft personnel, Minecraft grew because of Dream. Not by a lot. In 1 month, how many subscribers did Dream grow? Like 2 million? Like he blew up overnight. No joke.
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't actually kept tabs on Dream. I've heard about him. I watch news, so I do listen about him. I watch all the YouTube news, scarce, all the average stuff. But Dream is just someone who took his Minecraft experiences, put them out in the world, and he got popularity. He got
Yeah.
that YouTube fame. He got all that dollars. He got the sponsorships. He got everything.
He got everything. And then he had to do something that would cause him a lot of backlash. He might have cheated.
Might.
He might have. I personally think he cheated. The evidence is there. I have the sticky note with a bunch of information on it. This guy over here doesn't think he cheated. Why do you not think Dream cheated? Have you seen the stuff? Have you seen the statistics?
Okay. The reason I don't think he cheated is because there's statistics in the first place. So there's
Yeah, definitely. I just Dream was an idol to a bunch of Minecraft kids, like 8, 9 years old. He was an idol. They were his idol. They looked up to him for Minecraft. He became a speedrunner. He's speedrunner. He became a speedrunner. He dominated it. I mean, he like what is the top 2 in the world of Minecraft? Top 1 because of Technoblade. Like, he is so good. Then he cheats just to get his title out. Like, I have a little sticky note here, right here. I'm going to tell you some information because I can't remember the stuff off the top of my head. 6 streams. This is what originally got people thinking if he cheated. In 6 streams, he traded 263 gold with the piglets, okay? That got him 42 pearls, all right? That is a 1 in 177 billion chance of that. 1 out of 177 billionth of a chance. Other streamers have gotten like 20. Illuma, he traded like 250 ender pearl for gold, and he got 20 ender pearls. Dream is tripling of what everyone else is getting. The evidence is just so there, and I can't believe it.
Okay. The evidence is there, sure, but there is still a chance. There is a chance that it could have been just pure luck. Pure luck. And he's just that good. He's a very good Minecraft player. He gets he gets lucky. He gets lucky. He gets very lucky.
Being good at a game has nothing to do with luck, though. Nothing at all. Like, I could be good at GTA 5, and that doesn't mean I'm going to get lucky and score like 10 extra $1 million on the newest heist. That luck has nothing to do with skill. Well, in this aspect, like.
Well, I just think that it's ridiculous that people are just saying, oh, well, he obviously cheated when there's still a chance. There's still a chance. There's still a chance that he did not cheat.
It's a very, very, very small chance. And what he said on Twitter, I'm going to show people up on Twitter who are watching the video feed of this right now. I'm going to post the tweet right here on screen. But he was basically explaining that the way the mod team went about it for the speedrunning community, it was BS. They didn't consult him whatsoever, and they asked him for his files, all of his Minecraft files, and his excuse was he deletes them regularly, not that like one of his speedruns just got top 6 in the world. He doesn't need to keep that file to prove that he didn't cheat. And if he kept that file, that could have cleared his name. But if he kept that file and he gave it to them, maybe that would disqualify him. Because they already disqualified his, how many other runs is he going to get disqualified on because of this? And we've had this information for a month, 2 months now, but we're only bringing it up now because that's how hard we worked. People from the community, who are really good at math, they brought evidence out that says, hey, here's some statistics on a chart saying, and it graphs how lucky people are. Dream is like 30% above the rest of the whole community. If you think about it, and there's like 100 people in the speedrunning category, 90% of people are going to get 20 ender pearls. And this isn't just about the ender pearls, by the way. 90% of people are only going to get ender pearls. Dream got 42, doubling to nearly tripling of what he got. I mean, the evidence is there. What do you think? What do you think about that, Wyatt? The evidence is there.
The evidence is there indeed, but there's always a catch. There's always a catch. It is very possible that he did do it, he cheated, and he just hasn't admitted to it, or he just got that lucky.
I just don't think it's luck. And to kind of piggyback off of this to my next topic, did you know that Dream got the Creator of the Year award for YouTube?
Did he really?
He did. After Stream Wars for Minecraft, he got the Creator of the Year award. for 2020, he got the Creator of the Year award. Dream did for Minecraft. Of all the crazy things that happened in this world on 2020, he got the Creator of the Year award, and then he goes and cheats.
I mean, honestly, isn't Dream only gotten popular this year?
He was relevant in 2018 and 2019, but when 2020 hit, he just blew out of the water. I mean, I don't watch. I usually only watch his Dream speed runs. So I don't know too much about Dream's like back history. I don't watch his Minecraft Let's Play. I don't watch Tommy or any of his friends. I only watch Dream for his speedruns in like the Hunter videos because they're entertaining. So I don't know too much about where Dream came from or his background, but he basically blew up overnight during the year 2020, and it's gonna be a shotgun effect to 2021.
So far, this is his peak, though, right? He's gotten this popularity. He's gotten his connections with companies. He's gotten his sponsorships. He's gotten all his money. This is his peak. Do you think he's going to peak again next year, or is he going to fall off?
With this accusation being made, I've seen people come back from from a lot worse accusations. The community isn't like heartbroken, like ban Dream. The community isn't hurt over that. So I don't think he's going to fall off the face of the earth. I know he's stopping his speed running for a few days so he can gather all this information and come up with a rebuttal. But I think Dream might peak again when he actually hits speedruns because, I mean, he's not going to go away. He'll still qualify for speedruns if he does them legitly, He'll just be under a microscope for a few months. But when people realize, hey, Dream's doing okay again, I think he'll do great.
So no cancel culture with Dream, you don't think?
I think I think it's a very small possible. I think it might already exist, but it's so small on a scale. I just don't think anyone will notice or even care. I think most of the community doesn't want him to go. I understand, and it's not like when he cheated, he got number one. It's not like he went straight to the top because of this big mistake. So I think there's some leeway. I think we can forgive him for and this is saying that he did cheat. This is assuming that he did cheat and the facts are there. I think that people will forgive him over this because this is something. This is something not that big, and for the community, I'm glad the community is holding him accountable because if we didn't have people in the community like that who were able to spend hours making graphs proving that Dream cheated, if we didn't have that, I don't think this would even be a problem. Obviously, but I don't think for the aspect, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal anymore.
Right. I don't think it's really cancel culture worthy because, it's not something. What?
We're going to move on to the next topic, but go ahead and repeat that sentence.
All right. Well, I don't think it's really cancel culture worthy because, it's not really offensive to people. It was just kind of like a little thing. It's a game, people aren't going to get that butthurt over it. So, but I think that really wraps it up for this whole Dream thing. I think we should maybe move on, you know what I'm saying?
So, Wyatt, you catch Jacksepticeye's charity for Xmas?
Oh, indeed I did. I actually attended the stream for a little bit. He was raising. He said it was a Thankmas stream. It was called Thankmas. A lot of YouTubers participated. Jacksepticeye, Valkyrie did, and I think Corpse Husband did too. I'm pretty sure he live streamed. Maybe he was just there. I'm not too sure, but. In the end of the day, Jacksepticeye's stream alone made $1.4 million for the charity.
What charity was he going for? Do you remember?
Red Nose Day. It was to help provide children and families with urgent support and, food and stuff. Like food, money to pay bills, and, I would assume presents for Christmas.
A big food drive.
Family. Yeah, pretty much. And Jacksepticeye ended up raising in his stream alone. Did I ever say this? In his Jacksepticeye ended up Jacksepticeye ended up raising in his stream alone $1.4 million. And I think that's he contributed $200,000 on his own, and the charity said if they got to, I think it was $500,000. That they would double it, or maybe I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 500,000 though. And he had a lot of other YouTubers with him, and in all they raised 4 million globally. So that's everywhere around. everybody.
$4 million for that charity. That's a humongous thing. I'm so glad we have streamers nowadays who can contribute that and have such a big platform where it's based around video games, and we just do this forward to help people. It's such an amazing concept. I love that.
Right. And that was actually only in one day. So it is actually going on all week. It's going on all week. And if you would like to maybe donate, because it's getting Christmas, might want to spread that happiness, spread the positivity, you can visit rednoseday.org, and they will have a donation link, so you can maybe make someone else's day a lot better.
Yeah, and let's just clear, we're not sponsored by them. We're not sponsored by anyone. But we like to help. We're gamers. We can help people out too. And I'm glad we're using this community and this platform, YouTube, Twitter. I'm glad we're using that to help people in such ways instead of for personal growth. I know Mr. Beast didn't want to make a single dollar, and he's raised millions for charities. He's done amazing things.
Oh yeah, I'm really glad that YouTubers that grow a really big platform just using it for that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like they're kind of they're not obligated in a sense, but like morally, I think they really should. I'm glad they're helping, because if you didn't help and we just made them money, I think after a while we'd kind of get tired of them. If we didn't, like, if there wasn't a benefit for us to be there, I don't think we would start to watch him as much in like 10 years, because I'm sure someone else will come up, in like the next 10 years that'll be pretty popular. Maybe like JWCP popular, Mr. Beast popular, maybe. I don't think Mr. Beast is going away anytime soon, but that can be a topic for another day, for another podcast, because this is where we're going to have to wrap up the end of the JWCP podcast. This has been an amazing experience. I'm so glad I get to do this with you. I'm your host, Jonathan Peters. We have your co-host here, Wyette Conrad, in the studio still. Say hey, buddy, one more time.
Thanks for listening.
Yep, and you do remember, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We are JWCPGA, or you can just Google us and type in JWCP Game Activity. All our information will come up. We are also on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. You can type in JWCP2, Spotify, and find us. The first search result, which is awesome. It's such a good feeling. I love that. Thank you, Internet. This has been let's do that one more time. Thank you, Internet. This is JWCP. I'm your host, Jonathan Peters. That's your host, Wyette Conrad.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. That I struggled.